Hey everyone, so from this moment, from this time, I would like to tackle about the PACE education. Before we know about PACE education, let me first know the quotation, which is the goal of knowledge arising from law is the reunification and reconstruction of broken cells and worlds. It is emphasized or refers to this person or people who would like to fund reading. And because she or he found reading, the key information, so all information is to be united. And that information you can be reconstruct because it is united. And if you notice if that information is have a problem, you're going to solve that problems in a good way. So it is all about base education. Before we know about base education, let me first know the definition about base. Defining a base, it is part of the defining way of life of many culture. And here in the Philippines, we have many of culture. One of them is in our Christian. The common grade of Christian is peace be unto you. And among the Greeks, the word for peace is irene. It is the word irene is it is refers emphasize the word irene is the study of scientific peace. One of them is the Muslim. Muslim is a common creed is Assalamu alaikum. It is the same thing of peace being unto you. So in contrast, peace as a philosophy and in fact a paradigm with its own values and precept which provides a framework to discern, understand, analyze, and regulate of all human relationships in order to create an integrated, holistic, and humane social order according to his Kayas Asifa. In concern of this definition, what it is all about culture also, and one of them is the Arab. In common creed of Arab is which is Shalom and Arab is Salom. It is the same things. It is a Roman peace. It is all about our justice in ourselves. That's all. Peace as a precarious victory of the forces of cooperation and diplomatic understanding of overdose of aggression and domination according to Gilbert Mopo. It is the same of culture also. So next. Peace is the physical of rule, order, discipline, equilibrium, and above all of harmony. Because of peace, we are gathering of harmony, justice, and security in all the human levels of affairs. We have two kinds of peace. First of one is the negative peace. It's also called the Cold War. It is emphasized as is the absence of wide-ranging physical violence or the absence of the condition of war. Summarized for this definition of negative peace, it is a reactive or curative approach to trying out a conflict or war. The main goal of this peace is to develop our sincerity. So the next one is the positive peace, is also called hot peace. Defining us is the promoting structural and cultural peace as it involves the development of the society in which there is no structural violence or social injustice. And this positive peace is the proactive or preventive approach to trying out the conflict or war. The main goal of this peace is to eliminate the discrimination, the obstacles of our culture, corruption, and equality for our gender. So next, we have the structures of peace. First, the negative peace. We have absence of direct and structural violence. If you notice that the world has a problem, you're going to direct, you're going to solve in the direct way. Absence of personal and social violence in ourselves. If yourself is have a problem, you can be solved by violence through in a negative peace. One of them is the positive peace. It is also that Pursuits of well-being and social justice, which is our human rights, pursuits of gender equity and racial equality, the gender, in who are you can be united. Pursuits of fundamental human rights and our human rights. Lu, it's all about Lu. Next is the levels of peace. Personal or inner peace. Defining where it is the most fundamental yet the most frequently unspoken. It is respecting with yourself. Social peace. Social peace, it is divided into three sub-levels. First one is interpersonal. Interpersonal, it is respecting with yourself, respect with yourself by yourself. Next is intergroup. When we say intergroup, it is respecting with two or more people within the group in the nation. Next is a global. Global, when we say global, is respecting with all the nation in the world. Peace with peace with nature, which involves respect for the environment or sustainable living and care for nature. It's about nature. Next is peace with the supreme being. It is what the people were need in here in the world. It is this kind of peace that is paramount, higher than which there is nothing. Next. So we done about the defining of peace. So let me proceed out the peace education. So defining of peace education. Education came from the word educare, meaning to lead out. Peace education is the process of promoting the knowledge, skill, attitude, and values needed to bring about behavior change that will enable children, youth, and adults prevent conflict and violence, both over and structural, to resolve conflict peacefully, and to create the condition conduct conducive peace, whether at an interpersonal, intergroup, nation, or international. Because of peace, we are getting out united with each other. So, peace education is the pedagogical effort to create a world of peace. We mean more than the absence of violence or the negative peace. So, we all know the negative peace is to reactive or corrective the approach to trying out of violence. So, next is peace education is the aim to promote the development of an authentic. When we say authentic, is the real. There's no. There is no. What do you call this? Is imagination. When we say authentic, is the real planetary consciousness that will enable us to function as global citizens and to transform the present human condition by changing the social structures and patterns of truth that have created it. The transformational imperative must be at the center of both knowledge and values. It is all about knowledge and values. Because of this, we have knowledge and values. So, next is peace education is a good, old-fashioned teaching, love, respect, and thinking with the twist of changing to paradigm with ease, teaching that encourages teachers and the students to think differently and more purposefully about the curriculum, supplementing textbooks and encouraging kids to question. Because of peace education, we are gaining more knowledge, but then not almost knowledge to gaining information, but we all about values and attitude for them. So, next. Peace education may be defined as the process of acquiring values, the knowledge, and developing the attitude, skills, and behavior to live in harmony with oneself, with others, and with the natural environment. So, for going to summarize of peace education, we have the characteristic of peace education. First is it is developmental because it takes time to develop a peaceful mind, peaceable environment, and culture of peace between and among individuals and nation. The next one, peace education, it is systematic in its approach because it is follow a well-ordered plan, comprehensive curriculum, and well-crafted approaches and strategies. It is follows a well-ordered plan, comprehensive curriculum, and well-crafted approaches and strategies. Next, it is transformative. It is goals to convert individuals becomes warriors and carriers of their families, classrooms, as well as to the sense, thus leading to social change. Transformative is that you're going to interact with your families within your surrounding, with each family's classroom, not almost classroom, you're going to acquiring some information through everywhere. Sige. Peace education is the comprehensive and holistic in scope. It is extensive scope and has integrative. When we say integrative, is to sharing your idea by what experiences you're going to share. What is your experiences? So, ethical. Peace education is ethical. It is endeavors to enhance people's fairness instincts to exist more peacefully with others. So that's all for my talk. Thank you.